Good morning and welcome to the 2021 Service Awards ceremony. My name is Emily Weaver and
My name is Preetham.
My name is Sarah.
And we are this year's student ambassadors for the Center for Civic Leadership. We're excited to honor members of the Rice community who have exhibited an outstanding dedication to service. The Service Awards are a collaboration between the Center for Civic Leadership and the Rice Student Volunteer Program and are supported by the Caring Friends, the Rich Family, and the Alan Grob Endowment. As ambassadors of the Center for Civic Leadership, our role is to connect and support students with resources and opportunities for civic leadership development. As we work toward this goal, we are so grateful for partners and donors like those joining us today who encourage and celebrate service. The individuals and groups that we are honoring today serve as shining examples of what it means to be dedicated to service. We hope the work that these recipients are doing inspires Rice and the rest of the student body to learn about and take part in civic engagement in our community and beyond. We will begin by inviting our partners to speak about their organizations and the award recipients they will be recognizing today.
First, we would like to invite the co-presidents of RSVP to present the Sprit of Service Award for Rice Student Service Organizations.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tomas, and this is Sukriti. We are the co-chairs for Rice Student Volunteer Program for the 2021-2022 school year.
We hope everyone's doing really well over dead days and with final seasons coming up. And we're here today to announce the winners of the Spirit of Service Award for Rice Undergraduate Service Clubs.
The Spirit of Service Award is annually awarded by RSVP in collaboration with the Center for Civic Leadership and recognizes the contributions and hard work of student organizations in Rice, Houston, or the greater community.
After careful consideration, this year, the award will be given to 3 organizations in the form of 3 monetary prizes of $500, $750, and $1,000.
The choice was not easy, but in all 3 of these winners, we were struck by the large levels of commitment, which is evident by the robust programs with significant events, both at Rice and engaging with the community.
Our first recipient, which will be awarded the sum of $500, is Rice Pancakes for Parkinson's. P4P has engaged really strongly with their cause since the establishment of their club and really appreciate the steps they've taken given the COVID pandemic to continue supporting their cause, such as their virtual escape room and breakfast fundraiser.
Our next recipient, which will be awarded the sum of $750, is Rice Splash. We truly appreciate how Rice Splash has connected with such a large number of middle school students and continued their services despite the challenges provided by the pandemic in their virtual format.
And our final recipient, which will be awarded the sum of $1,000, is the Rice Patient Discharge Initiative. We really appreciate their consistent efforts to engage with patients and aid them in their discharge journey. PD has demonstrated that they have steadily learned from their experiences and worked to better serve the patients they aim to help.
Congratulations to all of the Spirit of Service Award winners, and thank you all for the applications. Thank you.
Next, we would like to recognize the winners of the Friends Indeed Scholarship. The recipients of the Caring Friends Scholarship is a Rice University student who demonstrates hands-on compassionate service from one neighbor to another inclusive of race, gender, and religion or humanitarian tradition. We are honored to have John and Polly Collier from Caring Friends here with us today and would like to invite you up to congratulate the winners.
John, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Caring Friends is a faith-based nonprofit, a community organization where we have been inspired by the Rice students and remember so well that when Christ was asked, now exactly who is our neighbor? If you're supposed to love your neighbor, who is a neighbor? And his answer was in the story of the Good Samaritan. His answer about who a good neighbor was and who really loved his neighbor is not the person who necessarily lives in the same neighborhood, goes to the same kind of worship service, or is the same ethnicity, but it's a person who sees a person in crisis or in need or at risk and responds. And so the Caring Friends Scholarship Award is recognizing those who's from whatever tradition, humanitarian, religious, philosophical, that responds to people in need or in crisis or at risk and demonstrates compassionate love and service and mercy as a form of serving and leading in the civic community. And it's within that spirit that we're so happy to be a part of the Rice community in an adjunct way. Shana, would you announce, is this the time to actually announce the names of the winners?
Yes.
Second place winner this year is Saniya. And we were impressed. We had 7 readers. Saniya actually got 3 first place votes and 2 second place votes out of the 7. That was a very strong response from 7 college graduates as they sifted through and looked at how a person connected their own faith tradition or their own philosophical humanitarian tradition to the specific way in which they demonstrated civic leadership and civic engagement. And that award is for $1,000. The winner of the first place winner of this year is Nithin. And Nithin was able in 7 different graders, ranking all of the ones that Rice service community had picked out, which we ask and require. All 7 rated Nithin either number 1 or number 2. It was impressive that 4 of the 7 listed Nithin as the first place winner and 3 as the second place, as ranked number 2. So clearly, Nithin, you demonstrated an excellent essay that connected exactly what we asked for, connecting your tradition and your religious tradition to the specific way in which it empowered your community leadership and community service. Congratulations, $2,500 to Nithin this year as the Caring Friends first place winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Congratulations to the winners of the Caring Friends Scholarship. We'll now be presenting the 2021 Morty Rich Scholarship recipients. The Morty Rich Scholarship recognizes continuing students who have distinguished themselves through commitment and service to Rice or to the greater community. The recipients have recognized a need in the community, developed objectives, and implemented or established programs that would benefit the community and will realize no personal gain for these efforts. This year, there are 4 recipients of the Morty Rich Scholarship. The first recipient is Sam Lowe. At the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Sam started to lead a year-long alternative spring break program that focused on examining the influence of structural racism on the pandemic in Houston. Through working with local organizations, she learned about the role of environmental racism in COVID-19 cases across Northeast Houston neighborhoods, which inspired her to form a team to compete in the Houston Policy Challenge, centered on environmental justice. Sam is also a volunteer for Camp Keem at Rice and the Baylor College of Medicine Patient Discharge Initiative. All of these experiences have reinforced her conviction that increased engagement of scientists in public policy and community outreach is critical for working towards health equity. She intends to pursue an MD, MPH after graduation, and her future ambitions are to consult on public policies that will ensure healthcare is treated as a human right. Congratulations, Sam.
Thank you so much.
Our next winner is Shifa Rahman. Over the summer, in the wake of the Black Lives Matter protest, Shifa helped create Rice for Black Life. He was an outreach coordinator for their Contact-a-thon, which fundraised over $90,000 for organizations around Houston to combat anti-Black racism. After requests from Black students at Rice around anti-racism efforts were not met, Shifa organized sit-ins on campus, which have drawn statewide attention and helped spur further student activism. One of the most valuable takeaways from his activism efforts and the importance of understanding how linked a multitude of struggles toward representation are. Shifa has volunteered with the Houston Abolitionist Collective, the Montrose Center, the Houston Coalition for Equitable Development Without Displacement, the Houston Food Bank, and is a member of Rice Left, Rice Pride, Rice's Black Student Association, and Rice Muslim Student Association. These experiences have solidified his dedication to anti-racism efforts and fighting for rights to be in spaces from which there has been historical and present exclusion. Shifa hopes to continue to take steps in education and advocacy for promoting abolition on campus. Congratulations, Shifa.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for this award. I'm really blessed, and yeah, I'm really appreciative.
Our next winner is Serena Shedore. Serena began developing her sense of civic identity through opportunities offered at Rice's Center for Civic Leadership. She led an alternative spring break on juvenile justice in the school to prison pipeline, was a part of a Houston Action research team that researched and evaluated scope reduction of the criminal justice system in Harris County, and was a member of a Houston Policy Challenge team that worked with local activists to develop a program that would provide support and services outside of the punitive court system. As the current internal VP of Rice's ACLU chapter, Serena has developed a pilot court monitoring program as a tangible way to affect change in Harris County by providing a community accountability mechanism. Throughout her experiences, she has learned the importance of centering those who are impacted by issues rather than discussing them from an academic perspective, as well as the importance of reflecting deeply on one's own identity and relationship to the communities they are a part of. Serena is planning on attending law school and hopes to work within the issue of educational inequality, juvenile justice, and the school to prison pipeline. Congratulations, Serena.
Thank you so much.
Our final winner is Mason Reese. In 2020, Mason was the first student in recent memory to be elected precinct chair and appointed as the election day judge at Rice. He tirelessly led a team of 23 students to serve over 16,000 voters, including students, community members, local politicians, faculty, and staff. Mason has gained a passion for supporting the civic passions of other, younger organizers through his work coordinating the polling locations, the Houston Youth Voter Conference, and numerous Rice campus events. Mason believes that as a public servant, it is his responsibility to make sure there are no obstacles to everyone's voices being celebrated and heard, and that their rights are protected by our institutions. After graduating from Rice, Mason intends to spend time abroad in a democratizing nation to gain an understanding of the possibilities for American elections and the unique situations of voters around the globe. He hopes to attend graduate school at MIT in order to work with their election data and science lab. Congratulations, Mason.
Thank you so much. It's much appreciated.
Once again, congratulations to all the Morty Rich recipients. Well-deserved, all of you. Our final award is the Alan Grob Prize, and named in honor of Alan Grob, a great teacher of literature at Rice University for 40 years and a voice for those who could not speak for themselves. The Alan Grob Prize is awarded to Rice undergraduates who, through service to the larger community, have demonstrated the most devotion to the needs and interests of the economically and culturally disadvantaged. The recipients' activities exemplify the values of community service that Professor Grob lived and so eloquently taught. For the 2021 Alan Grob Prize, we have 4 senior recipients, the first of which is Amna Ali. During her time at Rice, Amna became a diversity facilitator to learn more about how to use her privilege to become better allies to disadvantaged groups. She led an alternative spring break trip exploring the barriers that immigrant and minority populations face in obtaining healthcare in Texas and how they are exacerbated by the anti-vaccination movement. She was also selected to be an Albert Schweitzer Fellow, where she worked to design a public health project that served marginalized communities in Houston. Additionally, as president of the Rice Student Volunteer Program this past year, she led efforts to connect students to virtual and in-person service opportunities beyond the hedges. In the future, Amna hopes to become a physician and continue engaging in critical service opportunities to uplift marginalized groups. Congratulations and good luck, Amna. Our next recipient is Sahana Prabhu. Sahana learned from a mentor the idea that everything in our world, whether it be science, a design, a policy, touches and impacts humans. She has internalized this message as it guides her approach to leadership and civic engagement. Over the past 4 years, she has volunteered with the Patient Discharge Initiative and learned to see patients through their intersectional experiences rather than viewing their social determinants as isolated categories. Sahana has also led an alternative spring break trip focused on advocacy and around maternal mortality in Texas. Experiences like these have inspired her to reframe her paradigm of community engagement as a pursuit that encourages us to recognize and orient our actions around community stories and showcase flexibility, solidarity, and creativity. Through her civic engagement efforts, she has learned that volunteering is not a transaction or an action item, but instead a series of thoughtful, longitudinal, and patient-oriented relationships. This June, Sahana will start her first year at Dell Medical School and intends to also pursue an MA in design. Congratulations and good luck, Sahana.
Our third winner is Sonia Godake. As a site leader and president of Houston Empowering Refugees, a Rice student club that aims to alleviate health disparity in Houston refugee populations, Sonia created health literacy workshops for Congolese women. Sonia also led 16 of her peers in a youth voting initiative in collaboration with local organizations aimed at increasing voter registration and turnout in the November 2020 election in communities of color. Sonia's experiences with civic engagement have manifested in various service and leadership roles, but they are all underlined by a common motivation: ethical collaboration with diverse people to achieve equitable goals in our community. In her view, it is important to remember that civic engagement is not based on the glamorous notions of changing the world, and she embraces roles that support the work already being done. After graduating from Rice, she plans to conduct a long-term research project on community reproductive effort in Nepal through the Wagner Fellowship. Afterwards, she will be traveling to Argentina to intern at the State Ministry of Health and the public state hospitals. Congratulations and good luck, Sonia.
Our final recipient for the Alan Grob Prize is Carolyn Daly. When Carolyn started at college at Rice 4 years ago, making a positive impact, becoming more civically engaged, and learning more about systemic issues were her key goals. Her first year at Rice, Carolyn helped launch a diversity council, which she co-led through her junior year. That same year, she also became a member of Civic Duty Rice, a nonpartisan club on campus dedicated to increasing civic engagement, and joined the leadership team. Through her work on civic duty, she helped co-organize an event with Baker Ripley that helped give community members a space to creatively reflect after the 2018 midterm elections. She led an advocacy effort to successfully convince Mayor Turner to create the Mayor Student Leadership Alliance, a body that gives college students a voice in local policy. She also co-founded the Houston Youth Voters Conference, which brings together high school and college students from across Houston to unite around civic engagement, get informed on policy issues, conduct get out the vote efforts, and collaborate with nonprofits. Her focus on ensuring everyone's voices are included in her civic engagement efforts have cemented her interest in public service as a full-time job. In 2023, she will attend Harvard Law School with the goal of becoming an elections law attorney. Congratulations and good luck, Carolyn.
Thank you so much.
We wish you all the best in your post-graduation pursuits. On behalf of the CCL and RSVP, we thank Caring Friends, the Rich family, and the Alan Grob Endowment. This concludes the presentation of awards. It's been an honor to have you all here with us for the 2021 Service Awards ceremony.
Thank you very much. It's a great privilege to share this experience together. Let's see.